Carolyn Doobie here. What's the play for today? Well, today I'm playing in my art journal, and there was something that surprised me and something that might surprise you. Well, probably not going to surprise you because it was an oops, and you know I do those all the time. But I did use a ruler in this. But anyway, I was playing around with a stencil called Open-Ended, and I used it to make an art journal page. And it's this one, and you betcha there is a huge oops in here. But I was really surprised by how relaxing I found parts of this page. Totally not something that I usually do, but I think I'm going to be doing more of it because it was just so much fun. But then again, that is what led to the oops. So anyway, enjoy this art journal page. I wanted to fill the entire background here with words, and I know that I don't always do things on a straight line, so I knew I needed help to keep things going straight across the page the entire time. So what I wanted to do was find something that was about the same height as the letters. That way it would be my spacing guide, because heaven forbid I actually measure anything and draw lines. Now, even though that ruler could be used for measuring, I'm simply using it as a straight edge and a shortcut kind of guide. So I'm going to put the ruler right up against the top of the page. That way I'm sure that it's straight. And then I'm going to put a piece of washi tape right along here. That's going to become the line that I'm going to work on. Now, why did I choose washi tape and not masking tape? In part because washi tape just isn't as sticky, so it's very repositionable. So I'm going to be able to pull it up without any problem, and I'm not going to worry about the paper ripping. Then using a Pitt pen, I'm simply going to trace each letter that I want in here. Since I'm not a big fan of my own handwriting, using a stencil is a huge help to me for when I want to get lettering on a page. At this point, I had no idea where this was going to be going. I just knew that I wanted to fill the entire background with words. So I grabbed some quotes from Elizabeth Gilbert from her book Big Magic, which I love, and if you have a chance to read, I highly recommend it. But I'm using those quotes to fill the page. Now here's the thing. The quotes are actually just off screen, so that I can see the words as I'm going, because one, I can't remember the quote exactly, and two, to spell things, yeah, I make typos all the time. Now I figured by having that over there, that would be plenty for me to be able to get this correct. Yeah, you can see a little foreshadowing there of the oops coming up. Oh yeah, it's a-coming. But something strange also happened. As I was doing this, I found it very relaxing just to be tracing the letters and putting them on here. I had no idea if I was, well, going to have the patience to get through an entire page, because this is a little bit out of my usual comfort zone for when it comes to doing things. But this, again, was just strangely relaxing, and I was having a grand old time doing it. Now, as I was doing it, apparently my mind was wandering. I was in a very relaxed state. And so not only do I have a typo, this becomes absolute gibberish by the end. So the first part, that went swimmingly, I will say, was create whatever causes a revolution in your heart. Now, apparently my mind wandered and words kind of jumbled together for the last part of it, because the last section of it says, the rest of itself you can start wherever you decide. Now, I thought I was being super careful as I did this, making sure that I spelled everything correctly. Oops, yep, outstanding opportunity presenting suddenly here. Now, of course, I could have left it black and white, and I actually kind of like it that way, but I also really like color. So I brought in some watercolors, and I'm going to paint each word a different color. Now, the brush that I'm using is a small brush, and my goal was to have a brush about the width of each letter. Now, I'm not trying very carefully to stay within the lines because, quite frankly, there aren't closed ends or perfect lines anywhere with this. After all, this stencil is called open-ended for a reason. Now, if you're looking for more ideas of ways to use stencils, either you're new to them and you want to find out what all they can do, or you just want some new ways to use the ones that you have, check out my playlist of all the stenciling videos I've got. I've got a couple on there for you to take a look at. Okay, maybe more than a couple. I might have quite a few of them on there. You can also hit that subscribe button. That way you'll know as soon as I have a new video out too. Now, part of the reason why I designed this alphabet this way is I wanted one that was versatile. Sometimes I just want the lines of letters, and sometimes I want to be able to fill them in easily with color or whatever I'm using. So that's why these were designed at about the width of one of these small brushes. That way it was lickety-splickety, easy peasy for me to get color inside of them. And of course, you can write inside them, doodle inside of them, draw. You can use paint, watercolors, crayons, markers, whatever you've got to get that color or the look that you want inside these letters. You can also do things around or outside of the letters. And I had the urge to add some journaling to this page, but there aren't a whole lot of places on here for me to journal now. So what I did is I journaled in the white spaces. I chose a couple of the words that really called to me on the page, and I decided to do my journaling right around them. And this is scribble journaling. I can't read it, you can't read it, but these are actual words that I'm writing. These are the feelings, the thoughts going through me right now. Now, the pen that I'm using is a fountain pen, and if you'd like links to any of the exact supplies that I'm using, that kind of thing, I've got them all linked up for you over on the blog at acolorfuljourney.com. Well, thanks so much for stopping by for a little play today. I hope you've had as much fun as I have. And if you've been enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you know of somebody that you think could use a little more fun and play in their day, I'd so appreciate it if you shared this video with them. And if you'd like some more play right now, check out my free workshop called Permission to Play over on the blog, as well as my newsletter that has free downloadable sparks of artspiration. Thanks so much for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.